Hey guys, sorry about the angle of this video here. I'm on my way home, stuck in traffic, and using my cell phone on this little holder here on the vent. Can't really get it exactly straight or right on me, but you can kind of see me. So I have a question. Who that is watching this video owns an RV? Yep, put your hands up. You know you own an RV. What? Don't own an RV? Alright. Get one. Alright, so who out there watching this video is a prepper or considers themselves a prepper? Where's the hands at? I see a few hands. So a lot of people who own RVs really don't consider themselves preppers, or maybe they don't like the whole idea of being a prepper. But believe it or not, just about everybody that owns an RV is really a prepper. Because when it comes down to it, and I'll keep it clean, the crap hits the fan, you have a place to take off. You have a home that you can take off in, and pretty much most of the time that RV you have is probably stocked and ready to go, minus food and some other little things. But some people do have their RVs filled up all the time, ready to go, mainly just to go camping or go to an RV park or on vacation or whatever they're going to do. But you know, a lot of people have them ready to go all the time. Maybe take a little bit to get it ready to go. May take a little bit more. But believe it or not, if you own an RV, you're pretty much a prepper. And I think RVers or campers or whatever you want to call it make great preppers. We literally have everything we need to be sustainable for a little while. There's some skills, there's some other things that we can do, but just give kind of an example. I work in law enforcement, and unfortunately where I work at with my law enforcement, and probably most every law enforcement, when the weather's bad, for instance when it snows here in North Carolina, I have to go to work. Unless there's no way that I can get out, blizzard or, you know, huge tree across my road or something like that, I have to go to work. And one of the things I realized, especially last year when I was stuck in town for a few days due to the snow, is I was able to prepare my family at home for me not being there. Unfortunately, our home is total electric. We have no gas appliances. We don't even have a fireplace or anything like that. So we have to kind of do with what we have and try to make the best of it, and try to think ahead. So last year, I knew that I would probably be stuck in town with my job for a few days. So, you know, I started looking around and it's like, well, how can I make sure my family is you know, taken care of? Our heat is electric. What am I going to do if the electricity goes out? Well, I had a generator. And generator was from when we had our travel trailer before. I purchased a generator for us to use for dry camping, but never got a chance to use it for that. And I decided to go ahead and just keep it just in case of emergency. So I got the generator out ahead of time. Went and got some, you know, make sure I had gas in the can. Put a little gas in it, cranked it up, made sure it worked. Showed my wife how to use it. got the electric heater out, little floor model one that they could use to at least keep a little bit warm. We have a was it Mr. Heater, Mr. Buddy Heater, whatever it is, a good size one. So I got that prepared, make sure we had enough little canisters, and also have a 20-pound tank that I can hook up to. Had that ready to go for her, showed her how to make sure she knew how to operate it. Went and pulled out a camp stove that we had. It's an old camp stove. I've probably had it a good 20 years or so, and I got it from a relative, or I don't know how long they had it. That thing's got to be at least 25, 30 years old. But anyway, it still works. So, make sure I had that ready. I already had the gas canisters there for the heater. So they had a way of keeping warm. They had a way of cooking. She could, needed to plug the refrigerator into the generator. She could do that. I went out to the RV, and we have some of those jerry can style looking water cans that you can get from Walmart. I think they're 6 gallons each, 5 or 6 gallons. But anyway, I went ahead and I filled those up. We had 2 of them. I filled them up, stuck them in the closet there in the bathroom, and told her, said, look, there's you some water in case you need it. I believe we had some other drinking water there too. Stocked up at the grocery store, stocked up on some stuff that they could easily cook on the stove. We also had the grill, actually got a couple grills on our back deck that they could use if they needed to. But I was very happy, and made me feel good that I was able to leave them and know that they would be okay. They'd be taken care of. They would be warm. They would be fed, and they would be able to continue on. So while I wasn't there, fortunately, they didn't need any of that stuff. Everything worked. Some people may think, well, if you have water, why did you need to do water like that? You should be able to get water out of your tap. Well, we live on we have a well and a septic tank, so we could have rigged up the well and probably the septic pump to work on the generator when needed, but didn't need to go through all that really. So, but anyway, it made me think back then, and I think I posted something on Facebook at that time, or I might even have written an article on the RVing Illustrated website, and I think I might have. So that might be in the archives if you want to go check it out. But I asked questions, or I made the comment, RVers make great preppers, and they do. They have all the items to live in case of an emergency. And I told my wife, I said, if you have problems with any of the stuff working, just go out to the motorhome, crank up the generator in it. Gonna be a little bit off level, just don't start the refrigerator. That's all I ask. But you can keep warm. The thing is full of propane. At least keep warm for a little bit. Generator, keep the batteries charged. Another thing I want to get eventually is some sort of solar, and I'm torn of whether or not to put it on top of the motorhome. I kind of don't want to do it. I kind of want to do a mobile version of it, to where I can put the panels out and direct them toward the sun while we're out camping, and also to be able to use them at home. We get a lot of sunlight on the front of our home, and I've been thinking about getting a little battery bank there, put in the garage, and the controller and everything, and that way I can I can actually use them at home, keep the battery bank going, maybe supply some stuff in the garage, just off that. And then when we go camping, I can just throw the panels in the RV and connect them there. You can have a controller, inverter, and all that already in the RV. So just some thoughts. Been trying to think a little bit what we can do with the YouTube channel. Let me get past this truck here, it's a little bit loud. But we've been trying to think of what to do. If there's anything really unique that we could try to add to the channel. Love to hear your ideas. If there's anything you'd like for us to do or see or hear about or talk about, video, please put it in the comments below. One of the things I'm kind of playing back and forth with is on Facebook, I post a lot of news stuff that I get on the RVing Illustrated Facebook page. And then on the RVing Illustrated main page, I have some RSS feeds there that supply some news, some information about those who may be interested in volunteering to do some work camping. So I thought about maybe periodically, I don't know how often to do it. I don't know if to do it once, probably can't do it once a day right now, but you know, maybe once a week. Maybe do a video, kind of like a news type video, RV news video, to mention some of those highlights and point to some of those highlights, and maybe coincide with an article on the website with links to some of this information. You know, I'm not gonna sit there and read a whole article to you like a bedtime story or anything, but you know, if something's happening, maybe I can mention it on there. You know, something happened in the news, or you know, something about some parks. I don't really want to dwell on negative stuff. I try to keep away from the negative aspect when I post things on the Facebook page. You know, I do get a lot of information about bad things that happen in RV parks, and you know, crimes and everything. And I know it's good for people to know that's there, but I also think it puts a negative view on RVing. You know, if people come to the page or come to the Facebook page and they start seeing, oh, you know, all these crimes happening, it's going to scare them away from RVing. You know, and the thing is just like any other media or news, is when the news starts talking about all these negative things, and they put, you know, it could happen, be a 1 in a million time thing that ever happens, but when the news talks about it and they keep talking about it, that's all everybody hears, and they think it's a really big problem or a really big issue. And you know, it might only happen one time or a few times here and there, but you know, kind of like a airplane crash. You know, if a plane crashes once every year or every 3 or 4 months, whatever, here in the United States, that's a pretty good record considering how many planes that there are flying. So, you know, I don't want to dwell on the negative stuff, and I like to keep it kind of on the upbeat. If you know, time comes and I feel like there might be something worth posting, or people need to know about that might have a little bit negative thing to it, I'm still may post it. But anyway, I'd love to hear your comments and give me some sort of idea. That's all I can think about right now that I want to talk to you about. I'll go ahead and end this video right now, so it won't be too terribly long. It's been about, that's almost about 15 minutes, so I'll just go ahead and end it. I guess Justin Krebel will not like it or not agree with it. So if you're still here, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Leave your comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be sure to tell other people about it. Please share us. Some of y'all have been doing it with Subscribership's been growing a little bit. I think we're close to 160, somewhere like that. Not a whole lot, but you know, it's growing. It's in the works. So check us out at RVingillustrated.com, on our Facebook page, which would be facebook.com/RVingillustrated. You can still follow us on Twitter at RVingillustrate without the letter D at the end. Y'all have a good day, and hope you're out there RVing somewhere. Take care.